So hello and welcome to everyone following our blab. We're going to be tapping on today on overwhelm, and I'm joined with by Sam Rich today. So first of all, I'm going to introduce you to Sam Rich. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about what overwhelm is and the symptoms and how it manifests in people's lives, and then we're going to be doing some tapping. So I really hope that you'll stay to join in with the tapping. So first of all, just to introduce you, Sam trained with Peter and I to become an EFT practitioner quite a few years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, so she's quite an experienced practitioner now, and you specialise in tapping with children.
Yes.
And you're also a mum of 4, yes. So you're quite experienced with children. Would you like to say a little bit about the kinds of things you've been using tapping for with your children clients?
Yes, so I've had lots of different ages, from teenagers to, well, probably the youngest has been about 8. And they've come for stress with exams, loss of a parent. We've also worked with children that don't want to go into school. Every time they go into school, they have a funny feeling in their stomach, and they just don't want to be there, want to run out again. And also my daughter, who's had eczema, and why she has it. And she's only 8, but I also have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old that I've also done tapping with for lots of different things.
Wow.
So
fantastic. And I've also used tapping for my daughter. I remember when she was quite young, probably about 7, I took her to her swimming pool lesson, and she didn't want to go in the pool, and initially I was feeling really frustrated and irritated, like I paid for this lesson and she doesn't want to go in the pool. And then I tried to bribe her, which I'm not very proud of, but there you go. And I got a bit irritated, and then I remembered that actually I had this thing called tapping. This was before I was a practitioner or trainer. So I said to her, how would you like to do a little bit of tapping? And she wasn't quite sure what it is at this point, so we did some tapping. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but I had a go. And 5 minutes later, she was like, okay, I'm ready to go in now. And I couldn't believe my eyes. There was my daughter, completely cooperative and happy to go swimming in and have her lessons. So that was fantastic. And then we've also done other tapping with her when she was having her ice skating exams. We'd get her to visualise the different spins or jumps that she was doing because she was scared of falling over or scared of hurting herself, all those kind of things. And then we'd do some tapping, and she released those fears. And I'm pleased to say she, thanks for all those likes. Thank you. I'm just doing this on Periscope as well, so we're getting quite a few likes from there. And so she did pass all her exams, I'm pleased to say. And she does use tapping quite a lot herself. She's 15 now. So I want to come back to talking about overwhelm, as I did last week. And there are lots of different symptoms of overwhelm, and often people don't actually realize they're experiencing it. So some people might have a lot of anxiety. Maybe they know why. Maybe it's anxiety for no particular reason. They can just feel it in their body. Some people feel like they need to keep going and they can't stop, and they're just busy, 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 and they never rest. And some people find that they're so busy that they can't stop thinking at night as well. And they might and they're just overthinking at night,
and sleep,
and then not being able to
sleep. And over it in yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then kind of wake up really exhausted as well. And then of course, like, they're tired and grumpy and irritable and snapping at people during the day. And then of course they go to the caffeine and the sugar to try and keep themselves going. So it's kind of like can be a vicious circle for some people. Some people find that they feel overwhelmed and they just don't know where to start because there's too much to do, and they kind of like completely shut down and they start procrastinating to avoid trying to think about what to do, or they just they just crash really. And some people also get other physical symptoms, like they might get headaches. For women, might get period problems. Sometimes there can be like difficulty breathing. that can often have like the connection with the stress and overwhelm. So last week I was talking about putting your own oxygen mask on first, which means that you're taking care of yourself before you take care of other people. And sometimes that's really difficult, particularly if you're a mum and you always put your children first, which a lot of mums do. Then it's very difficult to take time out for themselves. But today I want to talk a bit about when people are busy, followed by being busy, followed by being busy all the time, and they never pause to take a break. It's like taking a breath in. So it's like breathing in is being busy and breathing out is pausing. Now, if you were just to continuously breathe in, take a breath in, take a breath in, and like that, at some point your body's going to force you to breathe out. Yeah. And if you're busy, followed by being busy, followed by being busy, and you never stop, at some point your body's going to force you to stop. And that might be a headache, or it might be a cold, or it might be something worse. But you can't keep being busy without stopping. It's like the waves come in and then they go out again, come in and go out. And we're rhythmical beings as well. So
you're not able to sort of know what you're actually doing. You're not remembering where you are or enjoying anything.
Yeah.
And you're in the car and you're not thinking about driving. And
that's so true.
You're not mindful of what you're doing. And breathing in and breathing out allows you to remember what you're doing.
Definitely. And so, so becoming aware of one's breath is really, really important as well, which can bring you back to the present, which is kind of what you were saying. So did you relate to any of the kind of symptoms of stress and overwhelm?
Absolutely. You know, in the morning and everything goes pear-shaped. You've had a bad night's sleep. Everyone hasn't got everything together. You're running around, you're getting in the car, and you just want to get back into bed.
Yeah.
So I can completely relate to that, and just you become anxious. You haven't eaten properly, so you're going to grab that coffee to wake you up, put sugar in, and a chocolate bar, all those things that you feel that you need to comfort yourself. You think it's going to comfort yourself.
Yeah. So true.
I could completely relate to everything you're saying. And then the next day, not wanting to almost get up and start the whole thing over again.
Yeah.
So
it can feel like a constant treadmill, like like a hamster wheel, keep going. I don't know if any of you watching can relate to any of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of tapping, EFT, emotional freedom techniques. Now, if you haven't done this before, it's like acupuncture for emotions, but without the use of needles. So it's tapping on various different points, mainly on the face. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is just say what I say and do what I do while taking responsibility for your own well-being. And if you don't want to take part, that's absolutely fine. Just watch and be curious, and we'll see what happens. So, and if any of you who have joined us have been experiencing any overwhelm or stress, you can you can write it in the message box on the right-hand side. So do share if there's anything that you'd like to share about your feelings of overwhelm. So what we're going to do, I'm going to check in with Sam and see if there's any symptoms that she's experiencing, but then you can just do this on your own symptoms, which is absolutely fine. So when you think about being stressed and overwhelmed, can you get a sense of that at all in your body right now?
In the stomach area.
In your stomach.
Churning. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so if you notice what your symptoms are, and then if you rate them on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the most intense that it could possibly be, and 0 that you're completely calm, peaceful and light. So just notice what that is. And Sam, if you had to say that churning, what number would you give that?
I'd give it a 6.
Okay. Yeah. So Sam's going to follow along with me, and you can say it with us as well. So starting with tapping on the side of your hand, and say, all this stress and overwhelm
and
churning in my stomach, all this stress
all this stress
and overwhelm
and
churning in my stomach, allowing it to be there. All this stress and overwhelm and churning in my stomach. And take another deep breath. Okay, so we're going to now be tapping through the points, starting with the top of the head. So all this churning and beginning with the eyebrow in my stomach. All this churning in my stomach. Stress. Overwhelm. All this churning in my stomach. And all this churning and stress and overwhelm. Allowing it to be here. So that I can start to release it. And letting it go. All these feelings. Releasing them now. And then put your hands in the center of your chest or heart chakra. Say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
Okay. So if anyone's been following along with us, it'd be really nice if you could share how that experience was for you. And Sam, how did that feel for you?
I feel much calmer. The stomach churning is gone.
Great, fantastic. That's really great. So maybe now what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of tapping to bring more calm and ease into our lives. So we're going to do a different form of tapping this time. We're going to start with the center of our chest. And just repeat after me. I want to feel more calm and ease in my life.
I want to feel more calm and ease in my life.
And take a deep breath. I want to feel more calm and ease in my life.
I want to feel more calm and ease in my life.
And take another deep breath. And I want to feel even more calm and ease than that.
And I want to feel even more calm than that.
And take a deep breath. And tapping through the points. More calm. More ease. Open to the possibility. Of feeling that now. More calm. More ease. Flowing into every cell. Every atom. Every molecule. Of my whole entire being. More calm. More ease. More relaxation. Flowing into my day. And my week.
And my week.
And my coming weeks. And this month.
And
the rest of the months.
And the
whole of this year. Allowing this feeling of calm. To flow into my future. As I go about my day. As I eat. As I sleep. As I work. As I breathe. Becoming more aware of my breath. My breath in. My breath out. When I'm busy.
when I'm busy,
when I'm still.
and when I'm still.
And put your hands in the center of your chest, say transform, and take a deep breath.
Transform.
Great. So how was that?
That was lovely. Yeah,
Great.
lovely.
Good. So I wonder how it was for the rest of you watching and listening. I'm wondering who we've got here. So let's see. I think, is Catherine here? No, I think she came and went. So it'd be really nice to know how you found the tapping, and if you've got anything to comment, you can comment on the side, and just let us know how that was. Sam is an EFT practitioner who trained with Peter and I at our EFT training centre. You specialise in children. If people want to contact you, have you got an email address?
Yes, it's samanthαρich80@gmail.com.
Okay.
So 80 as in 80.
Okay, samanthαρich80@gmail.com. Great, thank you. And if you've enjoyed this video, do share it with your friends and followers. And if you want to download a free tapping video for stress and overwhelm, which you can use anytime you like, then you can download that from tamaradon.com. So I hope you enjoyed this. I won't be here next Monday, but I will be doing another blab in a couple of weeks' time. So over and out from me, and contact me or Sam if you want any help with tapping. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.